The International Day for Disaster Risk Reduction was observed today in Somalia's capital, Mogadishu, in an event presided over by the Prime Minister of the Republic of Somalia.
The Prime Minister of the Federal Government of Somalia, Hassan Ali Khaire, has today laid the foundation stone for the National Emergency Center. The building of the National Emergency Center has been realized after individuals who saved lives on October 14, 2017, one of the world's deadliest attacks since 9/11, when a truck bombing in K5 Junction in the heart of the capital, Mogadishu, killed nearly 1,000 people, proposed to the federal government to build a National Emergency Center. The Prime Minister thanked the Somali citizens who proposed the idea behind the laying of the foundation for the center. Somalia's National Emergency Response Center will be closely working with other government agencies across the country and will carry out all of its missions to improve the health and lives of Somali citizens. The International Day for Disaster Risk Reduction was started in 1989 after a call by the United Nations General Assembly for a day to promote a global culture of risk awareness and disaster reduction. Held every 13th October, the day celebrates how people and communities around the world are reducing their exposure to disaster and raising awareness about the importance of reining in the risk that they face. Somalia is no stranger to disasters, both natural and man-made, one disaster sometimes coming on the heels of the previous one, putting unprepared and often vulnerable communities on the brink of catastrophe. While on the onset of natural hazard cannot be avoided, a lot can be done to mitigate the adversaries of natural and human-induced disasters with enough preparedness and disaster management strategies in place. Only 6 years after the tragic famine that claimed the lives of 260,000 people and decimated over 70% of the pastoral livestock, particularly in the southern regions of Somalia, more than half of the Somali population, 6.7 million out of the 12 million, were at risk of famine and in need of immediate humanitarian assistance. According to the May 2017 estimations by FAO managed Food Security and Nutrition Analyst Unit, 3.2 million out of 6.7 million people are in crisis and emergency humanitarian situation. The frequency of disaster occurrence in Somalia is coming one after the other with shorter intervals of periods. The formulation of the National Disaster Management Policy in 2018 offered a glimmer of hope in preserving lives and properties and protecting the local economies. This year's United Nations theme is based on one target of Sendai Framework for Disaster Risk Reduction 2015 to 2030, substantially reduce disaster damage to critical infrastructure and disruption of services through developing resilience by 2030. Every year, disasters caused by natural hazards affect millions of people around the world. Eunice Deco, CBA News.